Happy Friday! It's party time! How's everybody doing today? Man, we survived the week. I'm feeling good. How about you guys? So, want to say thanks for tuning in tonight. And as always, here at Down Home Crypto, we're not always about crypto. We're about building a better place, a community, a family of people that have interests in mind. Now, it doesn't have to be cryptocurrency. It can be movies or books or passions or whatever you have. We've got a spot for everybody. So, I hope you're enjoying yourself, ready to kick back, relax, and have some fun. Now, got a few rules here, as you guys know. First thing, as always, and stay a while. Kick your shoes off, throw them by the door. No sweat. Ain't gonna go anywhere. Bar is open 24/7. Fix yourself a drink. Better make it 2. It's gonna be a long night. Whatever you want, kick back, relax, enjoy. Have some snacks, have some vape, smoke, whatever you got. It's all welcome here, because here, we're all equals. It doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're into crypto, you're not. You're welcome here. And that's what we're trying to do, is build a community where everyone is welcome. So when I say thank you very much for stopping in tonight, let's see who we got in the audience. And of course, the first man on the list, Amami. Welcome, my man. I love seeing you the first on the list. And brother, I am so happy to have you here. All right, ready, set, go token. Good to see you. And the cafe guy. Yes, we met up again. The cafe guy found me. I think that's a good thing. So cafe guy, thank you, brother. Good to have you back together and having some fun. And Rose says, thank God it's Friday. Yes. That's a line out of a movie. In fact, I remember that. We'll talk about that in a minute, because I think, if you guys didn't know, I put out a poll on YouTube because I want to get your guys' input. So we come in here, we have fun, and we share our stories, our passions, whatever we got. But sometimes a little more structure could be helpful on those odd, quiet moments. So I want to have the community help us make this even more fun, because I want this to be a place where everybody can hang out. And the biggest thing here is everybody's welcome. So I'm going to start putting a poll out on the YouTube channel where you guys can add your passions there, or I might even do it on the Discord. Let me know in the chat below how you would like to do this. Now, also, as you guys know, if you happen to be a VIP family member, there's a backstage pass every week for this show. That's right. You can get up here and join us every Friday if you just click the little join button down below and go VIP family member. Get a backstage pass if that's something you're interested in. So either way, I'm just glad you're here. So thanks so much. And AlphaCrus says, it's a party. It probably will be. We'll probably get out of control. We'll probably get banned. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun either way. Mom's here. Hey. Mom says, Hope Giver. There he goes. Yes. Yes. Sandy Walls is Hope Giver. We've got to change her tag so it says it correctly. I will help you with that, Mom. We'll get that fixed. AlphaCrus says, Cafe Guy drinks so much coffee, he can't stop talking. Oh, man, we got to get Cafe Guy in here for a while. Have some fun. Ah, there she is, the lovely Brit Cherie, and she's doing chemistry, but she's here. That is one of the smartest people I know on the planet. Brit, I'm so proud of you, girl. Working a full-time job, going to school to be a nurse, and you still come out and hang out with us. Man, this is awesome. So, of course, as you guys know, I can't do this stuff alone. I have some amazing support from all the people in my family, one especially, always here, the amazing, beautiful, and talented Miss Wild Angel. How you doing, love?
Hi, everybody. And Britt is going to kill you.
Doctor, sorry, not nurse, doctor. Sorry. Oh, God, I'm going to get hurt.
Just going to kill you.
She is.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Brittany. Doctor, my bad. I apologize. You guys got a whole medical family over on that side of the family, so I claim insanity and stupidity.
Oh,
those
perfectly. Work. That's the kind of doctor she's going to work on with, or she's going to be.
Well, with a family like ours, you kind of have to be a psychiatrist because, yeah, we are messed up. But hey, that's what keeps it fun.
Who else do you have hiding back there?
Huh?
Who else do you have hiding back there?
I could tell you, but it's classified.
I'm going to hurt you.
But before I bring anybody else out, I want to take a moment to say, YaBonks, thank you so much, brother. And you're right, because Wild Angel Creations is starting to take off. Now, if you guys don't have a clue what I'm talking about, definitely check out YaBonks' channel. He is one of my mentors and inspiration on this whole down home crypto journey. But he's also a great friend. And so Wild Angel here has handcrafted 2 custom animals, replicas of his rescue animals. The first was Godric the Goose. Of course, he had to have Godric. The second was Gimli the Goat. And that went to James Pelton. And he actually opened it on his members live chat the other day. And apparently now his wife is trying to steal it. So Apparently, Wild Angel, your stuff is starting some wars around town.
Oops. Yeah. Wild Angel Creations is getting going. We've had our first paid order, and that was really exciting. And they went to Roselyn. So, yeah. And
So,
I not just doing animals, but I do baby stuff. I do all sorts of stuff.
nice. So, if there's anything you're looking to have hand crocheted, custom made, filled with love, quality, get a hold of Wild Angel. You can DM her in the Discord, and I know what to do. There you go. There you go. There's the link for the Discord chat right there, and I'll throw a link there in a second. But if there's anything you're looking for, a one-of-a-kind item, crocheted, custom-made, get a hold of Wild Angel. You might be surprised. In fact, I've got her very first paid customer right here to tell us about it. So, Mr. Cyril Keir, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? How's it going?
Hi.
It's Friday. It's great, man.
Yeah. Try a new type of something tonight, so we'll see how that goes. If I wind up suddenly having to go, that's probably why.
Okay, fair enough. That works. So, yeah, we were actually just talking about Wild Angel Creations, and now you are the very first paying customer to this woman's talent. So,
Yes.
tell us about it. You. No holds barred. We're all family here. What you received? How did it meet your expectation? Did it exceed it? Was it kind of lacking? What do you think?
I ordered 4 bees. I received 4 bees and a baby bee. The wife was super thrilled. So I would say 10 out of 10, or as the internet puts it, 5 out of 7, which is the best possible rating you could ever receive. Would order again. So
Cool.
Perfect. Good to hear. So now, of course, we've got to find out where those bees went. And as we know, they went to the amazing and beautiful Miss Roselyn. How you doing, dear?
Hello.
Hello.
I am so happy you liked your bees.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love them. The little tiny bee is already on my keychain. That's immediately where it went.
Yep.
I had to give it a try. The pattern says you could do it.
Mhm.
Well, therefore I had to try. And it came out super cute.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Had to change the face at first. It came out really demonic. It really did. I had to take the face off and do it again, so it was cute.
Oh my goodness.
But
And then my-
demonic would have gone well, probably.
It would have. And my other bees are up at the very top of my bookshelf so that none of them mysteriously end up in Liliana's room, because I know that's where they're going to end up if they're, within her reach.
Well, you'll have to talk to me for Christmas. Maybe we can work something out.
Absolutely. I'm sure that there's a crocheted axolotl that she would absolutely love.
I did find a pattern for that.
Yes.
Hold on before my brain loses the thought.
Okay, your turn.
You need to pioneer reversible bee knees, right? Where it's a little snow beanie cap that has it's bee patterned, right? And it has either a smiley face on the underband,
Demonic.
if you have it flipped up, or if you have it flipped down, it's a little angry face, like a little bee. That way people know what your mood is.
Mm.
And you can call them beanies. Be yourself. Right?
I like
Oh my
that.
god, I love it.
The first
That
idea
is
is
pretty
free.
epic.
I charge for the next one.
But
Perfect.
yes,
And,
Roselyn, I found an axolotl.
Axolotl.
They will love that.
Okay, so the cafe guy says, I'm new to get the bees thing. So, Wild Angel, do you have any pictures of the bees before you send them? Or Cyril, Rose, do you guys have those you can share?
I do. Let
Okay.
me
I did send her a picture earlier of them sitting up on my shelf.
Okay, you'll have to share that in-
Rose is all about bees. Everything that she gets or receives or whatnot is just all bee themed. That's why it's about the bees. But yeah.
Exactly. And AlphaCrus says, sir, we just go with it here. That's right. We just go with it. We don't know what we're doing. We don't have a script. Our only purpose here is to have fun and give you guys a place to hang out on Friday. Because, a lot of us don't want to go out to the bars. We don't want to go out dancing or do things like, no, we don't have a life. Whatever the reason is, maybe we're just being responsible. Like me, I'm in recovery. It's like, I'm not going out partying. That's just stupid. But you know what? I can stay here and party with you guys and have a blast. So, and I'm not missing a thing. I'm actually having more fun here than it would be out anywhere else. So I'm just great to be here. But of course, we're not alone. It's not a party with 4. You got to have at least, half a dozen or so. So, of course, hiding backstage, we got Mr. Qrow. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How's everyone?
It's Friday! Ooh, get my comfy position. Okay. I'm good. And of course, Qrow has his backup, because you got to have a wingman at all times, and the number 1 wingman, easy for me to say. BTK, how you doing, brother?
Hey, BTK.
Yo, what's up?
Apparently I can't talk today, so I'm just going to quit trying.
Serenity, the soft,
What?
squishy thing in the corner is what you're allowed to play with tonight.
I lost it. I screwed up my office today, so everything's all messed up. I don't even know where I'm at now. Got
Check
new
your
monitors,
DMs,
new sounds.
By the way.
Huh?
Picture in your DMs.
Got it. We'll do. By the way, have I been cutting out at all, guys?
No.
Okay. I've had my Discord open this entire time. I think that monitor switch and the soundboard has fixed that problem. So,
Woohoo!
Nice.
bye, Cyril. Yeah, he's going bye-bye. He's about to check out. But of course, guys, as always, I try to make sure we have at least one very special, unique guest that you're not expecting. So, I want everybody to give a very warm round of applause to Mr. AlphaCrus.
What's up?
Sup,
Oh,
Alpha?
good
How you doing,
evening.
buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, my man. Doing good. Having fun. And getting crazy. The Cafe guy says, Alpha 2? Yeah, brother. We got everybody up here. Okay, so let me check my DMs
You've been
because I
seeing me
think
around a lot today.
that's good. We like that. Okay, nope. I
Probably
wasn't.
giving
Okay.
him trauma. Shame.
Trauma's good. I like trauma. Okay, so let's present. Let's share screen. Oh, let's start putting my camera. There we go. Okay.
What's
The
that?
There we go,
request
guys.
was for fluffy, squishy bees.
Yes, that was the guidelines I gave. Fluffy, squishy bees. That
They
was
are
my
definitely
request.
squishy.
There
Yeah,
are those amazing bees.
Yep.
And the cat.
Cat.
Yes, a family of bees and a cat on patrol back there.
Mhm.
Yeah, she lives back there.
That's just quality control.
Yep.
Exactly. That's it. So, whoa, AC Trades. How you doing, brother? Baseball white cap out.
It's just an emoji.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm like, I thought maybe it was a code. I'm like, double dash, baseball. Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Dash, dot, 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 dash, dash, dash.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Every single time BTK, serial killers every time.
Yeah, but you know what it stands for. It's Billy the Kid.
Right. But of course, Brittany being a shrink, being a doctor, a psychiatrist, of course, she's monitoring the mental state. So first thing she thinks of is serial killers. Okay, not everybody's a serial killer, Britt. Not everybody's crazy like your family. That's just us. It's okay.
She probably like loves my name then.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, she probably comes up with all kinds of stuff there. Britt says the bees are adorable. Awesome.
Thank
Alpha looks
you.
astonishingly static today. Everybody's full of caffeine. I use my... yeah, it did spell it out, Austin. Sorry, buddy. And you guys are welcome to hop up here. As you know, if you're a VIP member, you get a backstage pass, and I send out a slew of backstage passes to all kinds of people. So you never know. You might get one pop up in your DM one of these days.
Yeah, if you make the mistake of popping up on the show once, he sends you the invite link every single Friday. Like, I guess he keeps a list of something of all previous attendees, and then he just sends them the link again. And so then you feel like you have to show up because now you've been invited, right? And
Right.
and he's expecting you to show up because he sent you the link. So then that's how you wind up becoming a permanent fixture on his weekly Friday show.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a macro where he just pushes a button and it just sends it out to everyone.
Running a script for the sake of his streams, eh?
Thank God we don't have a script or I'd be screwed, because yeah. Oh, look at that! YaBonks! How you doing, brother? He made it!
Hi, Alex.
Hey.
Good to have you, Alex. Alex, you just missed it. The reveal of Wild Angels, and why is it doing that to me? It says remove. I broke it, okay? That is weird. It should just let me do that. Okay, I'll do it again. Here you go. So to add to Godric and to Gimli, this is the only other creation from Wild Angel Creations. The bee family owned by Miss Roselyn Keir.
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
love them. I really do.
Hey, I got a scroll bar. Oh, look who shows up! Look at that! Alex, my man!
Hey!
Oh.
What's up, guys?
Sup,
going?
brother? How you doing?
I'm good. I just finished all the giveaways, and Wild Angel, you won a Summoner's Spellbook from Splinterlands, so I'll be sending that over to you soon. Rosalind, you also won a Summoner's Spellbook
Woohoo!
from Splinterlands.
Nice.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Well, congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Alex, how you doing, my man? That is awesome. So glad of you to pop in
Thanks,
here.
Alex. That was great.
Thanks. Happy to be here. Thanks for sending me the invite. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit, and then I gotta keep grinding with the videos I got on my on my plate with Project 2033 and the Pulse DeFi. Got a lot of stuff I still gotta finish up, but I wanted to stop in here and just say hi to all you guys and thank you for all the support. Like my channel wouldn't be where it's at without every single one of you. Seriously, you guys have all been just incredible friends and huge supporters of everything I do out here. So thank you guys. I love you guys.
Thank
Well,
you,
we love
bud.
you
We
too.
love you, and you
Love
know
you
what?
too.
Congrats on 50K. That is an amazing feat, man. I struggled for 1K, got there. Now all of a sudden I kind of plateaued. I'm hitting, and man, you just keep going and keep going. So, you know what? You're an inspiration to all of us. Thank you so much, and thank you for the animals because they can't say it, but hey, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Amen.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, it's surreal, dude. I don't know. Like, I feel you, man. That first 1K, like 1 to 3K was like walking through mud. Like, like seriously.
Molasses
It
in
is.
January, huh?
Yeah. But
Slower
I think it's
than
the
I've heard.
most valuable in terms of like developing you as a YouTuber because you don't look at the numbers anymore.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter really. And like the people that you talk to is what matters out here. That's what I realized. Like all you guys are like, if I look back over the last 3 years, and I'm like, what am I most thankful for this YouTube channel? Like you guys are like top of the list for this whole thing, and like the whole 10,000 subscribers. That's cool, but like you guys are everything. So yeah,
it's cool, but it's no 30-something hour live stream where we
Right.
start the year off with a bang for Karma Farms. You know,
yes, dude, that was amazing, man. I'm so glad you helped put that together, Cyril and Serenity, all you guys.
I know
That was
all
a
of us
really
are gonna remember
magical-
that for years.
Oh, yeah.
That was straight up magic.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
doing Scarlet or Valentine for next year.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I love Scarlet and Valentine so much. Just thinking of their faces. I just like, I love them, man. I just want to kiss their faces. They're so, Valentine's little like underbite and her tongue sticks out to the side too.
Oh my goodness.
I love that pig. She's gorgeous. That's so nice of you, Wild Angel. Thank you for doing that. And it sounds like Jimmy Pelton and Alyssa, his wife, really love those. Everything, the shirt, the spud bars, and especially Gimli the goat. And I guess Alyssa, his wife, has like tried to steal everything, like the shirt and the goat, and is like, they're mine.
That's about normal. That's about normal. And you know, actually, this brings up a thought, and I want to throw this out to the crowd, the audience there, and also especially you, YaBonks and Wild Angel. I had a thought. I've been kind of percolating. So, Alex, you guys have all kinds of big fundraising events, things like that, and you have other sanctuaries you deal with.
Yeah.
So, what if Wild Angel, you started becoming like the signature creator, and pick one of these animals? If a big event is coming up, you make a replica of that animal. We ship it to Alex. Alex, you guys have a live auction. You have something. And it doesn't even have to be for Karma Farm Sanctuary. It can be anyone that you say is worthy of.
Yeah.
And I forget, not Wilbur. What was the name of the pig? Irwin?
Oh, Live Freely Sanctuary, and
Yeah, it was Irwin the pig.
Irwin the pig, right?
Good
Yeah.
memory. Yeah,
Right.
I haven't slept in 3 or 4 days, so like
You forgot your
that's just
lion's
cheese
name.
for brains, but yeah.
Right.
Irwin the pig, man. That was also another magical thing. That was 2 years ago. That
Right.
was incredible what we did for them, and Irwin, and gave him a whole nother year of life. That like he was in bad shape, and like our community helped get him fixed up and everything, and it was a really beautiful thing. So yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I think that's a great idea, Serenity. I know a lot of the sanctuaries out here would appreciate it so much, because fundraising is really hard. It is really hard in the nonprofit space, because like what are you offering to the people other than the opportunity to do something good? And then also, like, how do you verify or vet that this charity or nonprofit's actually doing what they say they're doing? Or like Cyril said, like the March of Dimes, they call it that because 10% of the funds go to the actual cause, 90% goes to admin stuff, like buying lunch for the employees in the office or something. Like,
Well, that's
no,
what I was.
if I'm donating to somebody, I'm donating to like Live Freely Sanctuary, where it's like Mike and Tanya are like grinding out there in their muck boots day and night, doing whatever it takes for those animals, and then trying to figure out how to raise funds to care for them at the same time. And I don't know if they're watching or not, but they're actually involved with this rescue that's going on right now that we've been orchestrating. I almost didn't do my show, or I was going to do it on the road, but we're going to go with their transport van to get this pig that was like just being a bad abuse situation, and then that pig was going to have his brains blown out tonight as well by these people who are just like, ugh. Anyway,
that's insane.
Yeah, so they're instrumental right now in that. They're going and getting that pig as we speak, and then they'll be probably bringing the pig over here. Anyway, so yeah, like those are the folks that I like would be like I can vouch for them, right? And that's the best way to do due diligence in like the nonprofit space. Like I know this person, I know how they operate. I know how they care for their animals. So yeah, I vouch for like that organization. Absolutely. I know every dollar is going to the animals. And I think I can absolutely help you guys navigate that and find people that like every dollar would go and be maximized for the animals.
I know I said something in your stream, dropped a note that I want to make a Save the Animals series that is like pick some of the lesser, I mean, everybody knows about rescuing dogs and cats.
Right.
But, what about some of the more odd animals?
And there's some animals that people
think about.
They don't treat them like animals. Like a lot of these pigs out here, like people do, like, and goats and stuff, and like people do terrible things like you would never imagine doing to like a dog or something. But like, man, we've got like 3 cases that came across our desk of like people just like shooting pigs in the face with birdshot and then just like leaving them maimed to die and wander. Yeah, it's fucked up, like horrible stuff to do to a living creature. But people treat them like that because they don't see them the same way, so they often get some of the worst abuse that you can imagine. Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things is we forget in life. We get so wrapped up in everything else going on, whether it's work, it's making money, it's relationship, it's drama. We forget to think about beyond our little scope of the world. And that's why I'm so thankful for Down Home Crypto community Alex, you being part of it, and us being part of Karma Farm Sanctuary. Cyril, same thing with you, buddy. I mean, everybody here, Rose, Qrow, BTK, AlphaCrus, everyone is part of their own community, but we all congregate here to make this huge family, and everybody's welcome. And so that's why this is so awesome. And so, guys, I highly recommend go out, subscribe to YaBonks' channel. Go to Karma Farm Sanctuary. Check him out. And if you got a few bucks to help out, great. It truly does make a difference. And like we were saying earlier, like Cyril pointed out, this is not March of Dimes. He's not getting 10%. He's getting all of it. And every bit of that is going to the animals. It's going to a good cause. So, like today, when I went to the hardware store, I got stopped by a gentleman asking me to donate to a child protection thing. And I'm all about kids because I have a horde of them. I got a whole farm of kids. But at the same time, I started asking about it. I was like, okay, well, where's your headquarters? Oh, it's down in Oklahoma. Dude, you're in Boise, Idaho, selling shirts for this. How much is really going to the people? Let's think about this. So make sure, if you're going to donate, definitely do it to something it's going to the right place. A lot of these donations, they get a penny or a dime per every dollar you give them. Find a local charity. Find somebody local you can support and help, whether that's animals, that's children's, that's whatever it is. Find something you believe in and share it. And let us know about it in the Discord. Because we're all about helping out any way we can. We have a pretty awesome community that can help anybody do just about anything. So, yeah, let us know because we want to make a difference.
Yeah, great points, man. I totally agree.
Exactly. And yes, Alex, by the way, show off your shirt. Let me put you on the big Jumbotron. And yes, you can get one of these Karma Farm Sanctuary. James Pelton got the very first one in production ever. But Wild Angel and I both have one, and those are so amazingly comfortable. I swear.
Oh my
they're
God,
so
they're
comfortable.
so soft.
Yeah.
It's like I just couldn't stop petting myself.
Well, where do I order mine?
And this is wantasavemany.com, where 100% of the profits are for the animals. And they're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And this is how Brent does his activism. He owns a bunch of awesome machine shops in Michigan. And after the shops close down for the day, he stays late at night and on the weekends making all these shirts, making these awesome water bottles that are like, these are like top quality, like Coleman stainless steel water bottles and stuff. And he does all the etching himself with all the different designs we got here. Like my buddy, the bodybuilding vegan, I got his branded one to support him because he's such a big supporter of us. And then I put a Karma Farm Sanctuary sticker that Brent also makes in his shop that are just so cool. And I got them on everything now. So yeah, wantasavemany.com, the Karma Farm Sanctuary shirts, stickers, 100% of those profits go to us as donations. So it's a great way to support us. It's a fun way to do it. You get something really awesome, a great shirt to wear, stickers to put on things. And like they said, it's the top quality materials and everything. And also it's a donation directly to us as well. And you're a walking billboard for Karma Farm Sanctuary then. You can walk around and just be like, hey, people are like, what's that? What's Karma Farm Sanctuary? You can be like, my buddy Alex YaBonks, he runs this YouTube channel, and he also runs an animal sanctuary where he rescues animals from abuse situations. And yeah, go check them out. They're all over online, and then people come check us out. The next thing you know, maybe they're a supporter for years and years and years, and they tell their friends too. And then what we are able to do grows and snowballs. So, and it's a fun way to do it by word of mouth. You'll have it forever. You'll look back at this in 20 years, and you'll be like, I remember when Karma Farm Sanctuary didn't even have shirts. And I got one of the, like, these are first edition shirts. Like, they're only, this was a batch. Like, it's going to be a little bit of a different design going in the next batch. Like with the sticker here, it's really cool how Brent made the Karma Farm Sanctuary thing rounded, like the words. So I think the next batch we might do that, but this is like the OG batch. These are the founder edition shirts. I guess like founders edition.
And we have them.
Genesis NFTs, yo. Like these are going to be collectibles, and also the sentimental value. So
absolutely, and guys, I've started utilizing the line in a lot of my videos, as you've seen, is put up or shut up. And so I'm a firm believer is don't go out here and promote something if you don't believe it. So to let you guys know, That's right. Karma Farms is my inspiration every single day. I
What?
stare at it and it reminds me. That's right there.
Dude, that's awesome.
So every time I'm talking to you, I'm inspired by you, Alex. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, Jim.
And
Man,
you
that
go
is so
with me.
cool.
And you guys go with me
What?
everywhere.
Yes, I love it. I love this so much
And
right
then
now.
I have the one to save many sticker.
Aw, yes,
One to save
I love
a few,
that.
a few to save many, many to save the world. All starts with one.
Thank you guys
Absolutely.
for repping Karma Farm Sanctuary and One to Save Mini. I go out like once a month to these big events, and I do outreach and fundraising in person for both Karma Farm Sanctuary and One to Save Mini. And like last weekend, I went down to Orlando with Brent Haygood and John Thomas, the bodybuilding vegan, and we set up there at the Orlando event that was going on, and we raised over, I think, $2,300 in
Wow.
charity and donations for animal sanctuaries.
Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Job.
A lot of Karma Farm shirts. People were buying Karma Farm shirts. It was so cool to see so much love and support out there in person. People were coming up to me. Get this, you guys. This is nuts. All right, this is really messed my brain up. People like, I was doing my spiel, and they're like, "Yeah, I know you. I follow you online." I'm like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? What the hell?" Like these three chicks came up to me and they're like, "Yeah, no, YaBonks, we follow you. You know, we subscribe to your YouTube channel and we follow you on Instagram and stuff." And I'm just like, "What the hell? You know who I am?" It was so nuts.
I
That
gotta
was the
tell
first
you,
time this happened to me.
almost everybody at my Lowe's store knows who you are now. They
No
know
way.
about Karma Farms because I kept clicking on that live stream just to check
Yeah.
in while I was at work. Which
And
is a
Henry
big
was
no-no.
screaming.
And so, yeah, it was the New Year's stream. And so they're all like, "What are you doing?" Or I'm making Gimli because before I go to work, I have like 45 minutes. So I'm like making Gimli and they're all like, "What's that?" And so I think everybody knows who Karma Farms is now.
That is awesome. Thank you for that.
So,
That blows my mind that they know who I like. They know who I am and what we're doing here across the country. It is surreal. It really is surreal. This YouTube thing, man. This has grown out of control, you guys. It's bigger, way bigger than I expected it to get. Honestly.
Well, that's the goal. Is
Shit.
doing good things, getting the word out for everybody. And by the way, guys, I want to pause for a quick moment because I want to tell you a story about another one. See, Sandy Wallace here also mentioned the Shriners Hospital. Now, I got to tell you, that is a huge one. I'm going to put myself on Jumbotron for a second. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my life. We always say we don't dox in DeFi. You know what? I dox everywhere. Because, you know what? If I'm not honest with you, you can't trust me, why should you listen to me? Plain and simple. So, as you guys know, Sandy Wallace is my mom. Okay? Now, she was born here in Emmett, Idaho, and she was born with cerebral palsy. So, for most of her childhood, doctor said she wouldn't walk. And she walked with braces and fought tooth and nail and fought problems most of her life. Well, the Shriners Hospital paid for countless surgeries to get her to finally walk. And so they've always been a huge part of our life and something I would love to be a Shriner. I would love to be able to wear the hat and support them. But you know what? Even going to the circus makes a difference. And I can tell you, that is one child that truly got to walk because of an amazing charity. So, Mom, so glad to have it, and I'm glad to spread the word. So if you guys get a chance to go see a Shriner circus, remember, it's not just about the circus. It's about helping the children, because they are really the winners.
Nice.
I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that. That's,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it sounds like they're a wonderful organization, and I'm glad that they helped Sandy.
They have. They made a huge inspiration in her life, and it's one I always try to support. If they come to town, I always try to get the tickets because I know it does go to a good cause. And so great causes like Karma Farm Sanctuary, like the Shriners, things like that really do make a difference in the lives that I'm aware of. I want to support them. So, Alex, brother, thank you so much for being one of the supporters And Mom, I'm proud to keep sharing the story and trying to help the Shriners for the next child in line who can get some assistance.
Absolutely. I love it.
And got a lot of love coming through, and the chats are rolling by, guys. I'm really not ignoring you, I promise, but we've got so many people up here and so many things to talk about. It's like, oh, wow, where'd it go? And yeah, love's coming out both to you, Mom, and to you, Alex. And yeah, biggest thing, guys, is make a difference. Help your fellow man. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to give them money. Okay, you can give them advice. You can just be there to listen sometimes. And I can tell you that I spent over 2 hours on the phone or on a Discord chat the other day with Smiley Girl. And it was all about her stream that she was doing. And we ended up talking almost none about her stream, but more about what's your passion? Why are you doing this? What do you want to do with your life? You know, why do you want to do this show? And she said by the end, it was truly inspiring and helped. So believe it or not, just being part of a community and talking to people can have a profound impact on people's lives. So open yourself up, spread some positivity in the world. Let's make this world a better place together.
I agree. I agree.
And it says we can talk for hours at a time.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
Is that possible?
absolutely.
I want to show you that, that rescue situation that's happening right now. I just got an update and I want to share it with you guys.
Awesome. Do it right here. Live. Down Home Crypto. We get a front row seat to the rescue situation.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
And Cyril went away. He's melting.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay.
All right, I've shared it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so this is Henry, and he is currently in Tanya and Mike's animal transport van, and he is heading to Live Freely Sanctuary right now to get quarantined and then to get medical treatment and everything like that, and then they're going to foster him as we figure out where he's going to go. But he was coming from a bad abuse situation, and then the person we got called in because the person was going to shoot him tonight because he acted out. He's a pet pig that acted out, and so they've been abusing him physically and stuff. And then they said they're going to shoot him tonight unless somebody can intervene. And we got called in by a few different organizations that were dealing with this situation. Neighbors were involved, all this shit. And it's like it came down to the wire, just a couple hours. I'm like, oh my God, Carly, please, I got to do my show, but maybe we just skip the show and go get him. And then we got in touch with Tanya and Mike, because they've got the cargo van for this thing, this kind of stuff. Because he's a big boy. He's big. He might not fit in our SUV, but we would try. We would try.
He would eat the SUV.
So he is safe right now. So that's the happy. There right now. This is the pivotal moment, the happy ending. He is most likely going to make it and be just fine. He probably has some injuries that he's sustained, but it doesn't seem like he took any life-threatening injuries. Because it's crazy. A lot of people out here, they will just, shoot the animal and just, God, if you, then they'll just, leave it to die in, the worst way, where, they don't, they shoot it out of rage, not out of, they're not, executing it, even.
Right.
They are fucking the animal up and then leaving it to suffer for days or weeks, even, with festering wounds. We've just seen the most disgusting, awful stuff. But this guy, Henry, saved within 1 or 2 hours of him about to have a similar fate. And so that's why, Tanya and Mike, they fucking did this at the drop of a fucking hat.
They're freaking amazing.
They geared up. They built this. They decked out the back of the cargo van with blankets and hay and dividers, and went and they fucking wrangled this probably 300-pound male pig that was being beaten. He was terrified and scared, and was about to be, put down in a bad way. and they went and saved him like at a moment's notice. And if they hadn't have done that, like I wouldn't have done my show tonight. We would have been out there trying to wrangle a fucking 300-pound pig that's bucking wild in the back of my SUV, and you would have seen me next week with probably like bloody wounds all over me. But man, so Tanya and Mike, like those are the kind of folks, man. Those are the kind of folks I support. Like there was an animal whose life was in the balance, who was being abused and suffering, and was about to suffer a terrible, fucked up fate. Like I've seen too many fucking people shoot their animals down here out in the country in Florida, and it's just bad, dude. It's bad news.
Yeah.
It's not clean like in the movie. It's not like in the movies, you guys. All right, it's not how it is. It is long and slow and awful, and sometimes it takes days or weeks. So anyway, Henry is saved, and he's gonna have a good life wherever he ends up, whether there, here, or whatever other sanctuary has the infrastructure set up. But we might have to do an emergency build for him over the next week or two. But yeah, bless Tanya and Mike for doing that.
They're freaking amazing.
They are, and no, that's why I was so happy to help out when I had his name earlier and I forgot it.
Erwin,
thank you. When you told a story about Erwin and stuff and how we could help and be a part of that, and that was amazing. And so, it's always good to be a part of something. And yeah, Alpha, it's sad Pigs had to go through that. That's insane. And at least he's got a good home. Absolutely. And guys, please remember, that's one thing that happens in this world a lot. And sadly, it's not just animals. It's even more common with people. But not all the scars or the damage can we see. A lot of it's emotional. A lot of it's verbal. It's you're not skinny enough, or you're not pretty enough, or whatever. And the abuse that goes around is absolutely brutal in society. So, definitely keep that in mind as you're going through the day. If you go to the store, hey, wish the clerk, hey, have a great day. Thank you for being here to check out my groceries. You don't have to be. I could have to get a job or grow my own groceries. They're doing us a service. Thank them for that. It doesn't cost you a thing to be kind, to help somebody. And you have no idea how one little compliment can truly affect somebody's life. And I mean, I've heard horror stories in the past where people I was going to get off work, go home and drink myself to death or put a bullet in my head or something. And you said something nice to me. That changed my day. I've heard that story. Yeah, it's happened. Believe it or not, a little tiny act of kindness can have a profound impact in this world. If we all did something, just one thing a day, nice, that's above and beyond the norm, this world would be a much better place all the way around.
I had a gentleman right after I started working at Lowe's. He came in, and I was up at the front registers, and just being my normal, hey, how's it going kind of self. And I said hi to him. And he just kind of rolled his eyes and walked away, kept walking. He came back, and I'm going to make myself cry. He came back a few minutes later, probably 15, 20, and he thanked me because I was the only one that said something nice to him. He said that day he'd had to put his dog down that morning.
You never know what somebody's going through.
Right. You really don't. And I think we've all been through that. So I'm kind of curious. Guys, let's go around. Let's find out. So, Qrow, I'll pick on you first because I saw you move. So you win. Have you had a situation like that where somebody did something that truly made an impact on you personally?
I know there's something. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know there's something.
Okay, we'll come back to you. I see Alpha dance around. AlphaCrus, I know you're still awake, buddy.
Yeah, I'm awake just for this stream.
So what about you? Do you have any profound, impactful events in your life like that you've dealt with or been either a part of or received?
I think we all have, but it's quite hard to think about when you just asked out of nowhere. So I guess.
Fair enough. Anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah,
how's that? So good.
I mean, I think ultimately every moment is profound in its own way, and everybody you interact with, could be something that means something to them. Even if to you it was just another Tuesday, right? It's all about perspective, and that's why every moment counts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. The poll we put out for YouTube for what we're going to talk about today was tied at Passions and Movie. And so far, Passions is winning. But, that made me think of a movie quote, which is one of the most famous, is Carpe Diem, seize the day. And that is so important. Live every day like it's your last, because you can't go back and make up the time. You can't retract or back up. There's no rewind. Man, time is the one thing that is limited. Can't buy more of it, at least not yet. Give it time.
Sign down
yeah.
if today was your last day.
Exactly. Very passionate song and a very great message. So, let's see what Britt says. Britt says, when I was at the oncology hospital, one of the first times I was alone and one of the nurses came up and hugged me. Meant more than she will ever know. You can make me tear up, Britt. And that's great. That's, we don't realize just how important our actions are. It could be as simple as putting a sticker on a water bottle. I mean, that has a profound effect to Alex and to Kelly, and let them know that, hey, we care. We support you. We got your back. So, I mean, everything helps here.
I got something, a good story.
What do you got?
So I had just broken up, my girlfriend had just broken up with me at the time. And I was a mess. I mean, I was crying. It was terrible. And I walked up to this, her roommate at the time, and I walked up to him and I was like, hey, can I get a hug? Because at the time I really needed a hug. I was a mess. And he gave me a big old hug, and I mean, it probably wasn't pleasant for him because, crying the whole time and probably snot and all the grossness. Well, I found out after the fact that apparently he hated me. But even though he hated me, he saw me at that situation, he still gave me a hug and was there for me for that time that I needed him.
Wow.
Nice. And that's even harder, especially when you dislike somebody or whatever it is, but you see them suffering, to put your problems aside, whatever issues you have with somebody, to help a fellow man or a fellow animal that's in need. Whether you like cats or dogs or snakes, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're willing to put that aside and help someone or something that needs it, man, that is huge. That makes you a rock star in my book.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since he didn't like you, right? That's even more of a sacrifice of self to do that for someone that you don't like, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like a pretty decent dude.
I know I've
Exactly.
seen it in a couple different places. If you can be anything in this world, be kind.
Absolutely. And and always look at the world a little bit different. It's easy to get stuck in our own little bubbles, and we forget about everything outside of our little world. And yeah, great, you're right. I was quoting Dead Poet Society. And one of the lessons in that movie that I absolutely love is everybody stand on your desk. Look at the world just a little bit different. Change your perspective. Because, just like Cyril said a minute ago, what might be a Tuesday afternoon for you could be somebody else's worst trauma they've ever experienced in their life. And I saw a lot of that when I was in recovery. One of the most profound stories I had is when we were sitting there in the room and the counselor was asking people, okay, what's your worst? And one guy had just got out of jail after it was 18 years or 28 years, some super long time. And he looked up and he said, you know what? This world is fucking terrifying. Straight up. This is a big tattooed muscular guy. And, you think about it, this world is terrifying. It is absolutely frightening. We don't know what's going to happen. There's no guarantees. All we've got is each other. And so remember that you're not the only one alone. You're not the only one scared. Everybody is afraid of something. Everybody has trauma. And the best thing we can do is let them know that, hey, it doesn't matter what you like, what you don't like, who you are, what color you are. None of that matters. What matters is you're a living being and I care about you. That's it. You don't have to like them. In Qrow's example, liking them is not required.
Like is optional.
Liking someone is not required to love them.
Right.
Just have compassion.
Exactly. And AlphaCrus says, might have to watch it. Yes, I can definitely say Dead Poet Society is one of my top movies on the list.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
It is. So,
Serenity, what's that one about the gymnast?
The Peaceful Warrior.
I love that movie.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I watched that movie a million times in high school, and like nobody knows about that movie. I'm so glad you guys said that. That was like one of those movies that like I fucking love so much, and I watch all the time to get motivated and inspired and stuff, especially for like my sports, like life and everything. But the life lessons in that movie are just amazing.
They are, absolutely, and a lot of that.
How do you get on the roof? How do you get on the roof, you guys?
Right.
I still don't know.
Yeah, that's my son, Jack. If you've seen the movie, you get the line. We'll leave it at that. And you know, some of those life lessons, and it's just like the book Illusions that I'm always promoting and talking about. Some of the quotes and stuff out of there are so simple. And I know Alex has it right there. And look at that. Qrow has a copy. Yeah. I know Smiley Girl, she just read it.
I'm sure there's one close by me.
Oh, there is. There's 2 or 3, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, some of the questions in that are so profound. And so little things like ask yourself, who am I? Where am I going? And watch as your answers change over time. Because who we were yesterday is not who we're going to be tomorrow. It all depends on the choices, what we decide to do, how we decide to act. Do we say thank you to somebody or not? Do we ignore them? I mean, everything has an impact. And believe it or not, like I was talking earlier, is if you're kind to that cashier or whatever, who knows? You could be stranded on the side of the road. They're driving home. They're like, hey, that's the guy who was nice to me. I'm going to pull over and give them a hand, change their tire, whatever they need. You have no idea how everything goes full circle. It's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
100%.
So
you know, I have a bad
something.
I have a bad filter, right? Like I am impulsive and I often blurt things out, and I have developed a partial filter, but only for negative things towards other people. But I make sure that if I am going to impulsively blurt something out, I'm just going to say something overwhelmingly positive to somebody, even if it is weird or cringy or whatever. I don't care, but like I will be the first to just like tell you exactly why you're awesome. And a lot of people, especially lately, have been telling me how much it's made oh, you know, you were so nice to me. Nobody said anything nice to me like that in so many years, or like you're the only person that wished me a happy Valentine's Day. Like I heard that one the other day, something like that, and then like I just got out of a 2-year relationship and I'm wrecked and blah blah blah, and I'm like holy shit. And then you know, you never know. So just like don't hold back. If you want to say something nice to somebody, just say it. If you want to tell somebody you love them, just tell them you love them. Like who cares? Like we could die tomorrow. You don't know. And even if it's a stranger you barely know, just like you're an amazing person. You're awesome. You're a good person. I love you. And that person might like make the biggest difference in their life. You don't know.
Right.
On Valentine's Day, I sent a TikTok to a bunch of my guy friends that, you know, if you have TikTok and you've come across the videos or the guys who make the videos, and I say, hey man, you know the ones I'm talking about. But I sent one of those over to them, and I had a couple of them respond and say that, you know, aside from their misses or whatever, I was the only person who said that to them in a while. So yeah, you know, just don't be afraid to tell people how you feel.
I agree.
Absolutely. And AlphaCrus, I know you had something to say. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I did kind of think of something. This was when I was still at university. So I had one of my lecturers did language and communication studies, and she used to do this class for her students where basically anyone could join, and she would take you through like emotional intelligence, and that was like kind of something that started me on a journey of just taking note of how am I feeling today, doing like a little bit of introspection, being like, oh man, I think things have been bugging me, and then just work on what it was and stuff like that. So primary phrase is always look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. That feeling you get, depending on how you feel, you know just how much you do. And you just work from there. So, and then she's also like, everything you say has a big impact on what you are thinking. If you say, I love myself, you're going to love yourself. If you say, I hate myself, well, guess what? You're going to hate yourself. So always speak that positivity, even if it's to yourself or to other people. And that's like something that's stuck with me to the point where it's basically just a part of me now, which is why it was so difficult to even think about it, because it's just in me already.
And you can program yourself to change. So I used to have negative self-talk, and it would often come out like, I wasn't always so, like, I've always been a nice person to people, but like, I've always been cynical, and like, I'd, have bad thoughts or negative thoughts about people and stuff. But like, you could practice that, like what AlphaCrus was saying, and reprogram yourself to like filter out those negative thoughts. Like if they come in, check them, say nope, and then repeat the positive instead a bunch of times, speak it to yourself, and all of a sudden it becomes habit and ingrained, where it just happens automatically. Then all of a sudden you're just a way more positive person, and you're uplifting other people automatically, including yourself. And I love what you said, like tell yourself you love your, like say I love you to yourself. Self-love is super important. It can really affect your mental and physical and spiritual health. If you're negative to yourself, it's bad. If you're positive to yourself, it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
It is, absolutely.
Yeet,
And
yeet them out. Yes.
yeah,
Yeet them out.
exactly. Yeet them out. And AlphaCrus, you said something earlier. Your mouth moves while your brain is still processing. Dude, I do that all the time. I spit out stuff and I'm like, what did I just say? And I've had people look at me like, do you know what you just said? Like, no, I must have missed it. What did I say? So I love the hair pretty there, Wild Angel.
Oh,
that is good.
Awesome.
If I had to work Valentine's night. So I worked both jobs Valentine's Day, and this was my way to not go, damn it, I wish I was at home with Serenity. But if I had to work, I was going to have fun. And there were so many people that they came in with kind of a scowly look on their face, but they immediately started smiling. And, if something as silly as little flashy lights and doodle bobbers made them smile that day, that made my heart sing. So
I like that.
I thought I'd share them with you guys.
That is awesome. And so I'm curious, guys.
That was my fun thing for Valentine's Day.
That is great. And so I'm curious. I want to ask everybody here, and also in the audience, I want to ask you guys, when you're having a bad day, when things aren't going right, or maybe you're not in a good mental state, what trick do you use to change your perception? Because I would love to get some more inputs, more advice, and I'd like to know what everybody uses to try to dig himself out of that darkness. So who wants to start here?
I'll start.
Okay, Rose, what do you got?
Add the cart.
Shopping therapy.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Cyril. You're screwed, buddy.
Cyril.
I can agree with that though, because it does make me happy to buy new things.
Right.
And I had to change the kind of things that I buy, because I figured out that I was never going to be able to stop buying things to make me happy. So I switched over to things like stocks and whatnot, and just bought those and collected those instead.
I buy things for other people.
That's what I do. My
When
love language
I'm having a
is
rough-
gift giving. So if I'm having a rough day, guess what, honey? You're getting presents.
Awesome.
Ask
Rose,
Serenity
remind
what
me to
his
send you my
presents they
shipping
were.
address. So that way when you're having a bad day, you can send them on over. Whatever you like, I'll take it all. I love it. Thanks, Cyril. Appreciate it.
Rose, it's been a rough week. Ask Serenity what he had when he got up from his little quick nap today. He got presents.
I did. It's work, but I got parts to a sink. Pedestal sink, the bathroom I've been working on for months, still not done, because we just can't afford to get all the parts. So we're doing kind of piece by piece. We're getting there. It's racking up. But yes, Wild Angel came home today with the pedestal sink, with the pedestal and the sink part. And so I was like, okay, one more piece to take us one step further. So,
See, I
Qrow,
love
you were
homework.
cheering. What did you have, buddy?
I'll either look at the brighter side of things, like I'm still here. You know, you can look at that could always be worse. Could always be better, but could always be worse. And then I'll talk to someone, either it be you or my brother, my dad, just talk to whoever, just about the day, because sometimes other people have a different perspective and can help you shine light on what's going on in your life.
Exactly. And that's great advice, is always talk to somebody, always share, get those emotions out. Don't let them sit there and fester, because, man, I can tell you as an addict, the worst place I could possibly be is in my own head. Yeah, no, that is a dark, ugly, scary-ass place. Don't want to be there. Get it out. Otherwise, it'll just poison your soul. And Mom had great advice, is if you wake up, be thankful and tell yourself you're going to have a great day, and you will. It's very important. Tell yourself it's going to be an awesome day. Why? It's raining, it's cold, it's dark, it's scary. It's awesome. I'm not on fire. I woke up above the dirt. Man, that's a win.
Yeah, because if you woke up under the dirt, that would be really bad.
Yeah, see, could always be worse. Just like you said there, Qrow. Could always be worse. Believe it or not, yes, guys, that was my quote when I was walking around Nashville all the time. It's like, people were having bad days. Like, well, could be worse. You're not on fire. And I got the weirdest looks from people. It was so much fun.
Little Monty Python. Always look on the bright side of life.
There you go. There it is. I had to find my buttons. Sorry.
And yes, Britt, taking care of other people, yeah, helps me too, because I try to do something for somebody else when I just really don't want to. When I want to hide, I go do something for somebody else.
Exactly. And Britt said deep breaths, lots of deep breaths, yoga, meditation, reading, music, but also self-reflection, self-destructive behavior, coping with food, and shoving everything down and walking it away. That's it, Britt. And yeah, gotta let it out. And that can be a very hard conversation to go to somebody and say, hey, I'm having a rough day. I need to talk. And there's not always somebody that likes you. But Qrow, as you've shown, even if it's somebody that doesn't like you, it can still have a positive impact. So guys, just don't sit there and stick with it alone. You know, jump to the Discord, chat with me, chat with anybody here. We're always there. We're willing to listen, and maybe we can't do anything about it. You know what? Sometimes just getting it out is a huge step in the right direction.
The same day that my brother had passed away, it's the same day that I called Serenity and talked to him.
Yep. And unfortunately, in a situation like that, there's nothing I can do except for let Qrow know that I love him, and I'm always here for him. I don't have to do anything. I just have to be there. That's all that really matters. So, BTK, what about you, buddy? What's your go-to?
Wait, what?
But I was lost.
So, sorry, but it has been a while. So when things are dark, when things just aren't looking right, what's the tactics or skills you use to get out of that dark place?
Let some time go by.
And lots of weed.
Up the dosage.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. How about you, AlphaCrus?
This is, for a lot of people that know me, this would be quite a surprise. So I will generally pray. And as someone that's not religious at all, I refuse to go to churches, mosques, or anything like that. I will very, very, very rarely pray, and only when things are looking dark, and I'll be like, okay, now's that time. So that works for me. It gets me through everything, and it's enough. So that is my go-to.
Perfect. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And you know, as people that know me, I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. I always think of a lot of things, but I hold nothing against it. I think whatever you do that makes you a better person, man, I'm all for it, buddy. Go for it. And by the way, I think we lost Alex. So Alex, he's probably in the process of unloading Henry right now. So hopefully Henry gets the care he needs. And Alex, thank you so much for joining us tonight, buddy. And if you got time, hop back in again. So Cyril, how about you, bud? How do you deal with it? Especially when Rose is out shopping, spending all the money that you didn't have to begin with.
Well, I remember that ultimately I have a 100% success rate at getting through my worst of days, right? And anybody who says I can't do this, right? You know, like, or this is too much. I mean, really, is it though? Because every other time you had too much, you got through it, you figured it out, you know? So you'll get through this too. And ultimately, their experiences are just experiences. Situations are just situations, you know? It's just shit that happens, right? It's how you choose to feel about it that makes the difference, right? You know, like, let's say something's really fucking frustrating. You're waiting, you know, you keep waiting all your work that is going into something and it's just not happening, right? You know, but you could either be frustrated or you could take a couple deep breaths and be like, all right, I'm experiencing the ability to practice exercising patience, you know, and I'm growing. It's painful, it's uncomfortable, but you know, it's growth. You know, it's all perspective, basically. And so I just remind myself it's about perspective. And so then I look for ways to change my perspective about what I'm going through.
Exactly. And that's a great way to do it, because that's one thing we lose is perspective, especially in traumatic situations or experiences. The first thing we lose is our perspective. Then we end up hyper-focused on this problem, and the rest of the world kind of like goes away. And like you're talking there, Cyril, man, take a step back. Get your perspective. Like, you know what? Yeah, this is bad, but I've been through worse. And if not, well, I've overcome everything else before. Why can't I overcome this? So break it down. I'll find a way to do it.
Yep.
I agree. And Britt says, messed up people make the best psych doctors. All right. Well, Britt, you should be a rock star because you have the most screwed up family on the planet. And Stay High says, lots of dabs. Hey, that works. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes you might have to medicate to get through something. Just don't make that the full-time thing. From a addict, I can tell you, the problems don't get worse over time, or they don't get better, they get worse over time. So at some point in time, you got to come out and take a look around the daylight. So don't get too carried away with that. But yes, sometimes it does help for a brief moment just to deal with it. And Abdul says, hi, Wild Angel. Congrats on winning on YaBonks' live stream today. Yeah. Both Wild Angel and Rose. That's right. 2 winners right here. One on the giveaway. And I don't even know what the giveaway was, man. I missed it. I was doing my hair. Sorry. Do you guys know?
We won spell books for the game. Spell books for... Help me out here, Roselyn. I had no idea what it was or what to do with it. Or Cyril, help.
I have no ideas either, so...
I didn't even know there was a giveaway or that they got entered into it, okay? So, like, I don't know why you're asking me. Yeah.
Even though I got entered into it,
Splinterlands, thank you, AlphaCrus.
Yeah, it's for that game that YaBonks said he just did an AMA with, I think, Splinterlands. So
Splinterlands. Okay. Yeah, it was that. I have no idea what to do with it, or I guess I'll figure it out.
Magic.
Okay.
I'll get Cy on it. He'll figure it out for me.
Rose currently has a Splinterlands mage book for sale for about 2 times whatever seed round making was.
$10 or $20.
They're $30 currently.
I don't know. I think YaBonks said it was like $10 originally, so you know.
Oh, $10.
It's just on for 20 now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so there's a $20 Splinterlands mage book that Rose has for sale. Hit me up for the details because I manage her wallet. Because she's not going to wind up playing that game, I guarantee it.
I might have to look. Just, I mean, if it's kind of, yeah, Magic was kind of my speed. I never played it, but it was kind of, you know, so maybe I'll take it.
I'm sure it could be a great game, right? But it's not Minecraft. So she's not going to play it.
Well, okay.
And I'm thinking games? Who's got time for games? Well, okay. Serenity and Qrow.
Ooh, me. I've been playing.
I barely have time to breathe.
Yeah, that's kind of an important thing, though, is... what we were talking about earlier is, you know, to not lose perspective. And like you said, I always have time for game. Well, I always make the time. to game. Because I think we have to have a little fun in life every single day. If you don't, I believe that it's unhealthy. If you just work yourself to death, if you don't stop, and whether it's crocheting, whether it's playing a video game, whether it's reading a book, listening to music, whatever it is, whatever you find that helps you relax or refocus or re-energize, make the time. Because this is self-help. This is making yourself a better person. And Britt, I'm sure you will agree with this one. And yes, YaBonks lost internet, so he just let me know. I was hoping he was unloading Henry, but he lost internet. Hopefully we'll get it back. See how it goes. But yeah, make the time for yourself. It's just like on Rags to Riches. Cyril, we were talking about this, I think it was yesterday. Pay yourself first, okay? You pay yourself, and that's what you invest, and that's what you build your future with. But pay yourself emotionally and mentally as well. Give yourself those rewards, whether that's sitting down quietly having a cup of coffee, that's reading for 10 minutes, whatever. Give yourself a treat every single day, because you know what? You've earned it. You fought with this world. That's rough enough. Give yourself some rewards for that.
I know I take a lot of times, I don't start my second job till like 4:30 or 5. Well, it's kind of silly, in my opinion, to drive all the way home, hang out here for 10 to 15 minutes, and then go all the way back over there. 1, it's a waste of gas. 2, I'm going to come home and sit and then go, oh, I don't want to go, and make my life miserable. So I sit on the couch in the break room and I crochet or play on my phone, or just take that half hour, 45 minutes just to chill.
There you go. And so, Rose, what do you do for that relaxation time every day to reward yourself?
I mean, mostly I have started working on getting things together for some painting and whatnot. So that's kind of been my current focus.
Nice.
Focus, rather.
Nothing wrong with that. How about you, Qrow? What about you, bud?
A game.
Yes, I'm there most of the times, and it's usually me yelling and cussing and swearing at the computer a lot. I do that. How about you, BTK? What's your trick to relax and treat yourself?
I don't know. I go to bed early or something like that.
Wait,
He's
we're
What's wrong
allowed?
with that?
I said, wait, we're allowed to do that?
Oh, I found out by reading a comment on a TikTok video the other day that apparently we are allowed to take up to 3 naps in a single day.
What?
All right.
I'm gonna have to test that theory.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell my boss that.
Oh, well, I mean, apparently, like, the trick to fall into sleep really quickly, and you learn this if you're in the military, apparently, is you lay flat on your back, you have your feet kind of at like an L shape, right? So like they're up on a cushion, bent 90 degrees at the knees, and then you just cross your hands over your chest, and you can fall asleep very, very quickly anywhere like that. And that's how they will catch winks on a helicopter ride over.
Or just, it works.
Serenity used to fall asleep in his vehicle at work. He'd like a lunch break. He'd zonk out.
Yep.
He can sleep anywhere, anytime.
Yep. It's one of those great gifts, but I actually had to program myself to do that. And the weird part is I can take an 8-minute power nap and wake up like I had a full night's sleep. People hated me for it. They're like, how do you do that? We have a 30-minute lunch. You eat lunch, then you take a nap, then you wake up, and you're going mock bejesus again.
The part that got me was I'm always afraid, like, oh, if I fall asleep right now, what if I sleep through a break? And then I wake up and it's like 2 o'clock and I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a gift.
And
So
I
what about
can't
you,
do
Alpha?
power naps.
Okay,
Some people
try
can't.
to play a game. So sometimes I'll try to play a game, to relax. And then when the game starts frustrating me, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this because it's making me angrier. And then I'll go read. And then I'll just read until my brain forgets everything else. It's just so much better to read.
That works. Absolutely. So, how about you, Cyril?
Well, I'll either play a game. Lately, it's been Baldur's Gate 3. Or right now I'm doing my Dark Urge run through. So, yeah. I wound up siding with the goblins and Minthara and all that fun stuff. What else? Yeah, I don't know. 3D printing, that's fun.
Nice. See, and nothing wrong with that. Hobbies are a great thing, or hobbies turning into careers. Absolutely. That's how all this started. That's how Down Home Crypto began, was wanting to relax and learn and grow. And let's do a quick update because I know we've had some chats roll by here real fast. And so, first of all, Alex is kind of back. His internet went down. Hopefully, he'll be back with us. And I hope I get some pictures of Henry. So, Alex, if you're listening, buddy, as soon as you get some video or pictures or anything, shoot him over DM. I'd love to share him here. Love to be the first one to reveal Henry. Aha! Well, we kind of did earlier.
I think he said Henry was going to live freely for quarantine, not him. So I think it's quarantine and vet at live freely, and while they figure out what to do with him.
Okay, gotcha. And so, guys, if you want to help out Henry and all the great animals over there at the Carmen Farm Sanctuary, here's a link where you can go and get one of these shirts or an amazing sticker. And by the way, if you order a shirt, they send you stickers anyway. But even better, they send you a personal thank you card, which I thought was absolutely awesome. We've kept both of ours that we've gotten, and we'll probably get more when we get more stuff. But yeah, it's one of those where they take the time to write a thank you card, and I thought that was awesome.
It's a handwritten, yeah, it's amazing.
It really is. So
I was so surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of love there. So definitely check him out, and it does absolutely help out all the animals there at the YaBonks Sanctuary. And as you can tell, he's helping other sanctuaries. So you're not just helping one, you're helping a whole slew of them. So I recommend the shirts highly. They are super, super soft and comfy. And I don't wear mine all the time because I want to keep it nice. I tend to break things. Okay, and so... and also, Amami, I sent Wild Angel your address. She will get you your $10 probably by the end of the night. So give us a couple hours when we're done with the stream. We'll get that taken care of for you. And by the way, guys, if you don't already know, on Thursday nights, we do a Rags to Riches show, Cyril and I, where we talk about strategic crypto investing. And it's really about the newcomers. It's about people who have no idea how to do it and how to get started. That's what this whole journey is. And all we're doing is taking $25 a week. That's the price of 2 people going to lunch at McDonald's. And I can tell you that last night, we took our portfolio to $1,100. That's right. We broke the $1,000 mark and blew right past it to $1,100 by giving up nothing more than lunch at McDonald's. So anybody can do it. So tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we walk you through that. We show you exactly what we're investing in. Even more fun is we let you guys decide what to invest in. Right. We don't even pick it. You guys do. So jump into the Down Home Crypto Discord, and I will put an invite link in the chat right now, if I can click the right button the right way. And go into there to the Vote Here channel. And if you vote on a DeFi project or anything you want, go down the channel below, discuss the vote, share the links, give us the information, let us do some research, and you guys pick the votes. So make sure to tune in every Thursday and start your journey. The simple fact is, nobody is too old or not smart enough or not rich enough. The only excuse you have is you don't want to change your life. So, and if nothing else, join in, have some fun, and you get a chance to dance for cash. Mommy says, okay, good. Okay, so guys, our voting today was tied at Movies and Passion. So, got a question for everybody here, including the audience. I want to hear from you guys. If you had to pick one movie that inspired the most passion in your soul, what would it be? And it can be any genre, any year, any era. What is the one movie that truly inspires you? And so I got to think about this one. I thought the question up. I got to think of an answer now. So who wants to go first up here?
Well, I'm trying to think of an answer.
Right. It's like,
You just sprung the question
Another
on me.
tough one.
you got one, Alpha?
I say this is another tough one.
Of course.
I would have to say off the cuff, spur of the moment, because this question kind of sprung on me. I'd have to say like A Knight's Tale.
Ooh, good one.
Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein?
Change
Yes.
the stars.
Yes, absolutely.
Protector of Italian virginity?
He was awesome. Love the guy. And the cafe guy says, How to Train Your Dragon for sure. Dude, those are epic. I absolutely love that story. Yeah, that whole concept of you got the alienated kid who doesn't fit in anywhere. He's not one of the Vikings. He's like skin and bones. It's like, what's wrong with me? It's like, you just motion to everything. Well, yeah, that's kind of it. But yet he turns out to build a friendship out of this war. And yeah, the story is absolutely awesome. Good call, cafe guy. And Brett says, Requiem for a Dream. Ooh, good movie.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. Brett, you stole like one of the star answers. I gotta say one of mine is. I'm gonna interrupt before somebody steals it. So hold on, Wild Angel. I'm gonna have to pick mine as what I quoted earlier, which was Dead Poets Society. For me, that's one of those absolutely inspiring ones, especially knowing Robin Williams' problem with depression and how he committed suicide, all that, trying to make people happy. And I think a lot of that really came out in that movie, is that alienation, that isolation, depression. And so for me, that's one that reminds me every day to look at the world in a different light. How about you, Wild Angel?
Celestine Prophecy. It really made me think about how my energy and how I approach life could affect other people.
Right.
And that was one of those, moments. So
It is. And yeah, so far every one of these movies is epic. And Celestine Prophecy is one, even if you're not religious, because it does talk about the religions of the scrolls, things like that, but it really focuses on the energy of people, putting that energy out there and radiating positivity, feeds it back. So good call.
More spiritual versus religious.
Right.
I've got my answer.
Oh,
Go for it.
And it's probably going to make a couple of people mad that they forgot about it, because if they had remembered, they would have selected it.
Probably.
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should. At least once.
That's a really long title. Can you type it in the chat?
Probably not.
Sure.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
I just typed in Eternal and it came right up.
Perfect. I have not seen that. I will have to go watch that.
It's,
I've never heard
I
of
know it's Jim Carrey, right?
Mm.
I know, right? But watch it anyway.
Okay.
It is worth it. It is a good movie. And since you guys haven't seen it, that's just all I'm going to say. But yes, Britt, it is 100% his absolute best movie. If there's only one movie that you should know Jim Carrey for, it is that movie, because everything else is crap compared to it.
Sunday night movie night, Serenity.
Yeah, put that on the list. And yeah, his best movie. Good call, Brett. I'm gonna have to check it out. You're a movie person? Okay. See, yeah, me too. I love movies. I hate TV.
It's just like the only movie you really should know Johnny Depp for is Secret Window, right? But not many people have seen that movie.
That's a good movie.
And
I
right,
haven't seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
I've bought it, so I'll watch it this weekend.
Okay, perfect. All right. Send it over, Qrow. So, Qrow,
Yep.
what was yours? Did you pick one already?
Yeah, I was first or second.
Okay, so then it's Rose's turn.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep them all straight.
The movie Me Before You.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh,
what
that
is
is a
it?
good one.
I missed it.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
Think
what's
I've
it
watched
about?
that one a few times.
What was the name
Dale.
of it again?
It's called Me, Before, You.
Oh, me. Okay. Put that one
I think
down.
you just stole
Brittany.
AlphaCrus's.
Well, okay. Names is very. I don't watch much movies, but I suppose an animated movie that really still sticks with me is something called Your Name, and it's about a guy that bullies a deaf girl when he's younger, and then over time he realizes that like what he did was wrong, and he tries to make it up to her, and it's a really beautiful story of how someone can go from being this douchebag to really being that person that's willing to assist those that are, ousted in society.
Great movie.
Nice. Yeah, I'm making a
Inside Out.
list.
Ah, yes. I love that movie.
Excellent movie. We actually watched that in recovery to focus on the mindsets, the different personalities, and which ones are in control. And yeah, it's amazing how many of these animated movies, things made for kids, have such a profound impact on adults in different situations.
Soul is another good one, too.
Mhm.
Soul is great. And another amazing one came out recently, Nimona. If you
Yes.
have not seen Nimona, you absolutely need to see that one. Yes, it's animated. Take a freaking box of tissues because at the end you're going to need it. But it is so well done, hilarious, so many references that our generation will get, but yeah, I'll type it here.
Okay.
Elemental is another new one that came out that's really good as well.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
cute.
watch that.
I don't think I've seen that one. And by the way, Brittany disagrees. The Libertine for Johnny Depp is her vote.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen that one. Man,
I haven't
I'm
seen either
slacking.
one of those.
Libertine
Yeah.
or Elemental?
I haven't seen either one of them. And Me Before You, Rose picks. Okay. Let's see. Oh, goodness. That sounds like my kind of movie. Okay. Nimona. Okay. And Children of Men is also freaking fantastic. Yes. Please watch this directly before.
And if anybody listening is a fan of non-linear media, it's still being made. I believe they have like 27 videos out, but it's called the Pieces series on TikTok. And it's still being made, but it is non-linear media. If it's your first time seeing it, watch like their pinned video and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, start from the bottom and work your way up. But then after you've done that, go the other direction. Like watch it again, go the other way. And it's neat to experience it both directions, but there's certain scenes that just like stick in your head and live there rent free for a while. But it's so good, and they are still making it. So
Can you watch it even if you don't do TikTok?
yes. If you want, shoot me a DM. Anyone who is on Discord or whatnot, or just ping me in the chat. I did post it in the Down Home Crypto Discord a couple of days ago, but I can post the link there again, and you can watch it from your computer if you want to. You don't even have to do it from your phone.
Cool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
And yeah, anything you guys want to share, anything you want to talk about, guys, definitely join the Down Home Crypto Discord. That's what it's all about. It's not all about crypto. That's why it's Down Home, because here you come home and you're part of the family. So we'll talk about anything: cars, crafting, work, movies, music. Take your pick. It's all fair game in there. So we have a ball.
if you want to know how to build a forge, if you want to know how to build a house, if you want to know how to fix your car,
If you want to know where not to dig a hole in the desert because you might find somebody I already put there, call me.
if
So,
you want to know how to
BTK.
dispose of the body without having to dig a hole,
Sulfuric acid.
make thermite. You can make a bomb out of a gallon of bleach.
Okay, Cyril, you're gonna get some trouble. Shut up.
Basically, whatever you want to know.
Exactly, we got it all, buddy. So I'm curious, BTK, what is your inspirational movie, buddy?
I don't know. I get more inspired by music, but I guess this is a movie I saw in like this indie movie theater in Brooklyn one time called Waking Life. It was really good, but a more mainstream movie. I like American Beauty. That was a good one.
Okay. I don't think I've seen that one.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah,
It's a
and
great
you know,
movie.
the indie movies can sometimes be great because that's when it's really built about the raw passion. It's not about the Hollywood thing. I remember when I was talking to Neo Masterpiece Films. I had an AMA with them a while back, and they were saying, well, yeah, they produce all these movies, but sorry, we couldn't let you make it because you didn't have a big enough star. So we had to get The Rock or somebody for it instead because they have more social media following, and it kind of loses something. So I think indie films are awesome, buddy. So I want to check that one out.
Yeah, American Beauty was a pretty mainstream movie. It's just a little bit older now.
Okay. And Britt said, I said it twice. What am I? I'm getting yelled at for something, Britt, and I don't know what I did, but I'm sure I did something.
Yeah, you probably did something.
Oh, I did. I'm okay. I'm used to that.
Chemistry.
That's chemistry.
It's chemistry. She told the computer something twice, and it didn't listen to her.
H2SO4,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Got it. And the Pieces series. Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I posted about it in the general chat. You just have to scroll up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It is there. And Britt agrees American Beauty is my favorite movie of all time. See, that works. And, you know, there's so many different movies. And so it's kind of like with music, BTK, like you're talking, because depending on the mood is depending on what is my favorite at that moment in time. You know, a lot of times it's Shinedown. But there's other times I'll go back and I will listen to some of the old folk singers. Absolutely love them. And so I think it really depends on our mood and what state of mind we're trying to attain.
Though one of the best quotes from that movie, I used to love that, and I just looked it up. But, well, maybe I'll let you watch the movie and hear it, not say it. Yeah, just watch the movie.
Absolutely. And yes, Britt's saying sulfuric acid. 2 different comments. Yes. We know all about sulfuric acid, but we won't go there because we don't want to get in trouble. It's all hypothetical, people. Really, we haven't disposed of any bodies lately. And officially, it's a missing persons unless they find evidence. So, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just alleged until there's a body. Speaking of, did you ever just stop and think about how most people just kind of have to take everybody else at their word as far as like what's inside their body? Like, seriously, how do you know what's inside your body? Right? You're just kind of you just
never really
look at
thought about
everybody's word at it.
What are you going to do? Cut everybody open and find out?
Like, I mean, and then it's like there's some things that they say are normal. Then there's some things that are supposed to not be normal. Like, apparently it's not normal to have like skin that stretches like this, right? Apparently that's not normal, but it's all I know, right? So unless somebody like literally opens you up and looks around in there, right, there might be something completely different in your body that's not normal, right? How would you know? They recently found out about these new life forms that are popping up inside people's bodies called obelisks, which I guess aren't quite like a proper organism, but they pass DNA gene information to ourselves, but we don't know what they're putting in there. We don't know what they're injecting, and we've never seen these before, right? So like, what's normal? What's inside your body? You don't know. Do you ever think about that? Because I do.
Does it
Not
keep
really.
you up at night?
Sounds like it does.
When you were talking about the obelisk, I started thinking about the thing of Star Wars. What is it they have? The philodendrites or whatever the hell it's called?
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians. Yeah, midichlorians.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're going to start using the Force.
We don't know.
Right.
Who's to say people aren't
Crow's
already
trying.
using the Force?
I think we do. I think that's like you were talking earlier, Wild Angel, about the Celestine prophecies, the energy we utilize. I think that is the Force. Have you ever noticed you can actually affect everyone in a room by the attitude that you portray?
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Well, yeah, they've proven that your heart actually generates, an electromagnetic field, and so does your brain, and it exists in a space around you. It's how you can feel who it is when they come up behind you, and you know who it is, right? You know their energy, you know their feel, and everyone's is unique. And this has been scientifically proven that exists. Your energy you're putting out into the room.
Right. And, I think there's a lot of it goes beyond science, too. It's like I was talking earlier. It's like I think praying has a lot of positivity to it. I think philosophy does. And I think science does. And I think somewhere we're going to merge all of these because I don't think anyone can answer it. And there was one movie, and I forget what it was called. Was it The Red Planet? Something like that. But it was a scientist who turned to religion. And the whole phrase was something about, one day I'm going to lift a rock and it'll say made by God. You guys remember that movie?
It rings a bell, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Okay. It was one of those where it's like, well, why did you go from science to religion? It's like, because the holes. There were holes in the science that couldn't be answered. And so that's where he turned to religion to find that.
The holes exist, though, because we don't have enough of the information, right? We don't have a way to quantify it. It's just like there's no such thing as infinite mass, right? Infinity is not something that exists because since something exists, it can't be infinite, right? And so when we enter in an equation and it spits out infinity, that's the universe's way of saying, hey, you're missing something. Right? There's some kind of quantifiable information that you are not plugging into this equation. So I think the holes isn't necessarily a good reason to turn to religion. But hey, if that's your personal choice, then that's fine.
Right.
And I totally agree.
Go ahead.
I agree with Britt. You really have to merge science and theology. I mean, because one can fill in the gaps that is left by the other one, or vice versa. So they're not mutually exclusive.
Well, they're kind of one and the same. When you think about it, the problem is a lot gets lost in translation because a lot of people don't take the thought to the furthest that it can go, right? Because if you go down the rabbit hole, and once you really start to understand quantum mechanics and quantum physics and things like what infinity means, and once you start understanding those concepts, you realize that the universe exists because you do, and it's not an independent thing, right? And none of us are really independent individuals, right? Like we each are our own universe essentially, and we're all existing in the same space. And that's what the way it all stacks up. Once you take that thought the furthest it can go, and then you realize, in that case, I am the creator of my universe. Right? I am. So I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Right. But now that can also lead to a huge trap. Just like AlphaCrus was saying here, arrogance is mankind's bane. And man, I got to agree with you because that is one of the worst things for me personally that I've experienced is having that arrogant attitude that I used to have. It was one of the worst experiences, both emotionally, mentally, and physically all the way around. And so I think there's questions that we can't answer in this lifetime or possibly even on this realm plane of reality. there's going to be questions we won't answer till later. But then if we look back in the past, go back 1,000 years, and things like cell phones, man, that was voodoo. The stuff we're doing in medical science, that was magic. They didn't know how else to describe it. So perhaps as we grow, as we evolve, maybe those understandings will come to us. And I think we're going to find, my opinion, is that there is a merge between spiritual, theology, science, and everything actually intertwines together. And one thing makes me think about that is there's a Star Trek episode where they had the Traveler is on the Next Generation, and that's where he used thought and science combined to accomplish things that scientifically couldn't be achieved. I don't know if you guys remember that episode at all. I'm a geek. Qrow does.
Yeah, I remember.
So,
I mean, if theology and science are mutually exclusive, how the hell do you explain a platypus?
God has a sense of humor.
That's a good one.
It's Darwin's grab bag.
Little of this, a little of that, shake twice, stir, and pour. Okay, got it. Platypus.
Right?
Do you think he was like pouring like a little bit of this animal and then he slipped and it just dumped all over?
Whoops, too much duck.
Chemical X.
There's so many different mysteries of the universe, and that's what makes it great, is, we can all hang out here, have fun, and discuss them. And we don't have to agree with each other. And you know what? If you're watching this and you think that, I'm totally insane, great. That's totally cool, because you have that freedom. And truly, that's all we have is that freedom of choice. We can choose to like or dislike, agree or disagree. Nobody's required to agree with everything we say. And some of the best conversations come out of not agreeing, because that's when we learn.
Yep, because it's your universe. We're just supporting characters in it.
Right. Britt says, without something to believe in or something that keeps humanity in check, humans would be chaotic. Doesn't have to be God, any higher power, but I meant philosophy and not religion above. I agree, Britt. And that's, that's one thing they teach very profoundly in recovery. Whether it was AA or NA or any of those, they all talk about finding a higher power. And it doesn't have to be God. It just has to be something that inspires. And that's one reason why I put passions on the list of things to talk about tonight, because your passion could be music, and that could inspire you, or movies, or books, or accomplishing a feat, or learning, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. If it inspires you in your universe, in your reality, that's what matters. And who cares what anybody else thinks?
That makes me think of something. Something that I spoke to my friend about a while ago. I was like, we tend to assume things exist outside of what we can see, but if you go according to, like how I say, the theory of realism, something's only real as long as it's within your perception. So if something outside is outside of your perception, then it's not real to you. But the moment you go outside and you can see it, you can understand that it exists, then it's part of your realism, which, ties into it being like, you are the main character of your universe. Your universe extends as far as you can perceive. Outside of your perception, it doesn't exist. Kind of like what's that Schrodinger's cat. You don't know if the cat's alive or dead or even exists until you open the box. Unless it's see-through, then
Yep.
But
Because everything is just quantum potential until it's observed, and then it's collapsed into it either exists or it doesn't. Right?
Right. Exactly. And Britt says she agrees. She likes you, Alpha. You got the Britt Cherie seal of approval. Good job, Alpha.
Thank you.
And says you should talk more. I agree. Yes. We got to turn your mic up a little bit, Alpha, and we got to get you more on the main camera, buddy. We got to get you in there acting. So we're gonna bring you back more and more. For sure.
I will be happy to do that. I'm just talking really soft today because everyone's asleep.
Shh. Wake up! Hello! Time to wake up! Oh, sorry. My bad. Maybe he's not, see? Maybe he's just... that's how we perceive him. He could be blurring out the speakers. God, I hope not.
No, I got headphones. Don't worry. I got headphones.
Damn.
It's just
I
my voice is very loud, so at least at night. During the day, no one can hear me. It's so sad. Relative relative, I'm soft during the day, but at night I'm just like, my voice travels through the whole house.
I do that all the time. It's a little house. It's okay. And yeah, Britt's name is Cat in a Box in her Discord. So if you jump the Down Home Crypto Discord, you see Cat in the Box. That is Britt Cherie. So yeah,
Okay.
jump in there. There you go. Cat's out of the box there now, Britt. Everybody knows who you are. You're in trouble.
Cat might
Not
be
for
in a box, but it's out of the bag.
Oh, the dog agrees too. You guys said that?
I think we just solved Schrodinger's cat's theory. The cat is alive.
Cat is alive.
Oh
It's
yeah,
official.
because how's it in the box when it was in the bag?
Is a box a bag and a bag a box? Or maybe they're the same. They're made of the same material, you know, paper bag, paper box, Could
Maybe
be.
the cat's not a cat. Maybe the cat's a dog, or the dog is a cat.
Or does a set that contains a set of all sets contain itself?
What do you think on that, Rose?
I am too high and not high enough for this shit.
I was going to pick on BTK, but I always pick on him, so I thought I'd pick on you for a sec there, Rose.
And he's being way too quiet tonight.
He is. You still
What
with
do
us,
you mean?
BTK?
What?
You are being
Yeah.
way, way, way too quiet tonight.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
No reason to be
Giving you
sorry, buddy.
shit, just giving
Sounds
you
like he has
shit.
sounds like he's been smoking dab the whole time we've been sitting here.
Probably. It's Friday night, man. You can do whatever you want. We don't judge here.
Nope.
And you know that brings about a great concept, guys, because I ran into a hurdle over the last couple days. I've been thinking about this, how to get Down Home Crypto channel, get more people in here, get the passion out. In fact, last night on Rags to Riches, I called out people like, hey, why are you letting your coworkers sit there and keep working till they're dead? Why aren't you helping them? Get them in here. Start them a Coinbase account. And I started thinking about it, and I started wondering to myself, is things like Freaky Friday, is this actually helping the community, or is it hurting? Is it people just want to come in and learn about crypto and that's it? Anything else they just aren't interested in? And I had to go through kind of a personal battle and concept here is, what am I trying to build? Am I going after 1 million subscribers all on crypto? So then I'm probably not doing it right. And then I had to think back to the purpose of why I'm here. And that is to help those who don't know any different, not only to invest, strategically build a portfolio by giving up lunch. You know, a couple cheeseburgers, they'd be at $1,100 right now. And we ain't even done with the first year. So kudos to Cyril on that one. Thank you for the journey on that one. But it's also to help them and let them know they're not alone. And so there's a lot of people out there who maybe they're not into crypto, but they don't have anywhere to go on a Friday night. It's like, oh man, all these people are having fun. So I want to give them a community. That's the whole reason it was called Down Home, because it's supposed to be a place you can go to be safe, to be yourself and be welcome. And so personally, I think I came to the conclusion that no, even though I'm going to keep this totally separate from crypto, I don't think crypto has a place in Freaky Friday unless you guys decide it does. Otherwise, this is really about building a community. And that's what I want to do, is make sure that everybody's welcome. Man, woman, young, old, fat, skinny, doesn't matter. And we can talk about anything. Books, movies, music, money, take your pick. But this is where we get out of the crypto, we get out of the day-to-day job, and we get to know the people, the community. And that's why I put out the VIP passes backstage, so you can get up here, you can chat with us. That's kind of the turmoil I went through. Now, here's what I need from you guys. Let me know. Am I on the right course? Should I keep doing that? Or do I need to be more focused and maybe split this to another one? What do you guys think?
I think it's perfect, personally. I like having Freaky Friday on the Down Home Crypto side. It's, like I said, it's almost a break or different side of things.
For me, crypto is intimidating. Yes, I work in finance, but the concept of cryptocurrency and where it's going and the non-tangibleness of it is intimidating to me. Because 1 + 1 does not always equal 2 when it comes to cryptocurrency. And
No.
so it just doesn't work with my brain. It's a lot of work to get it there. But coming in here and hanging out with people who understand it more than I do, I get these little pieces of information that help me understand it. Not in like a focused lesson kind of a thing, because I don't always have the brain power for that. But little pieces, little bite-sized chunks are less intimidating. And I get to hang out with cool people who have a lot of diverse interests, people I wouldn't normally have rubbed shoulders with. Where else would BTK and I have ever met? Or me and Cyril? Rose, yeah, I probably would have met you at some point somewhere. But
Oh.
Yeah.
our
I
worlds
think we
would
got
have
dissed on
collided
that one, Sarah.
somewhere. Our worlds would have collided somewhere.
Absolutely.
But I love the eyebrow. But it's, yeah.
Okay.
There's no way in hell my world would have collided with AlphaCrus. Clear over on the, another continent.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it's really kind of cool in here. And knowing that I can sit here and hang out. I'm crocheting. I toss in what I want to say here and there. But that's okay. You guys accept me for that.
Right.
And that's cool.
Well said. And Britt says, I love getting to know everyone. And AlphaCrus says, and talking a whole lot of nonsense. Oh, we're good at that, buddy.
Yeah.
We need the nonsense. Agreed. And, so... Wow, I just fell off the train. Sorry, my bad.
Your brain
was like, I got
was
you.
think about, it was like, what's inside my body?
What is wrong with you, man?
You know what? I just had the realization of not too long ago. For like the next week or two, this is I'm not gonna be on the next 2 Freaky Fridays, because they're shipping me out to Colorado.
Like hell you're not.
You can pop in from your phone, dude.
Right.
Okay.
Damn right.
Take a little tablet with you. That works too.
Don't you give me any lame-ass excuses like that, tech boy. I know better.
Yeah. This is 2024. You think locality has anything to do with your ability to hop on a show?
Unless
Who's
you're Alex
babysitting
in
Mouse?
the middle of nowhere in the swamp, then maybe.
Who's babysitting Mouse?
Dan Finnegan.
Oh, okay.
I used to
Oh.
like Mouse, and I will give her a very beautiful funeral after Dan kills her. The least responsible person on the planet you're letting take care of your baby. Really?
Mhm.
What is
Okay.
wrong with you, man? God. Who am I going to make serial killer jokes at?
Right?
Apparently,
Yeah.
the person watching Mouse.
He was he was my supervisor. He is Qrow's supervisor. Love him to death. He's absolutely like a little brother, but he is the most space cadet person on the planet. I swear to God. He's the most irresponsible adult I've ever met in my life, but I absolutely love him. And so, wish you'd hang out more. Wish you'd come in more. I can't believe you're giving a living creature to that man to take care of while you're gone.
I have faith in him. I think he'll do good for him, honestly.
You think he'll grow up?
I don't know about that, but I think he'll. Monday through Thursday, that man is lonely. He's out here in the middle of Mountain Home with no dog, nothing. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he usually has his kids, but Monday through Thursday, he's out here alone. And like, I've been there. I've had you ask me before, like, "Are you lonely out there?" And my answer was like, "No, I have Mouse." He doesn't have Mouse. He doesn't have a dog.
He needs a mouse.
He needs a mouse.
Squeak.
Squeak.
Get him a ferret. Get him a ferret.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't seen Ferret lately.
Ferret's kind of a little tired of DeFi and crypto as of late, and I can't exactly blame him because I know what projects he was in.
Yeah.
So
They weren't pretty.
yeah. So he's focusing on some other Faraday Wiley things lately, but
Taking
get
a
him
little bit of a break.
yeah, get him a ferret though.
There you go. And we got to get Ferret in here because this is not the crypto world. This is the community world. So, that's what Freaky Friday is all about. Man needs a dog. Got a cat, a dog, and they can't stand each other. Man, Alpha, I feel the same way, buddy. I got cats, dogs, birds, turtles, bearded dragons, budgies, and kids.
Oh, kinda. Which one's the most the most difficult?
Absolutely.
I think it's the oldest cat hisses at everything and nothing.
Oh.
We think she's got a little kitty dementia going on. But yeah, I keep waiting for her not to be here anymore, but she keeps hanging on there. Yes, Cyril.
So for those of you who have furry pets, there is a medicine that will be coming to market 2025 that reverses your pet's aging 40%. And it will be available on the markets in 2025. So as long as your pets hang on until then, you will be able to dial back the clock. Their gray hair will go away. They'll have their nice rich coats again. They will be cats. There's also a treatment that is coming available for them soon that will increase their lifespan to about 30 years on average instead of your typical 12 to 14. Because usually what kills cats is their livers start getting like fatty. And so they start getting a lot of health issues from that. And that's usually why they wind up passing and getting old and whatnot. And they fixed that. So now they can live their normal, I guess it was supposed to be 30 years lifespan. Yeah, so your furry pets are going to be around for a very long time, as long as they're still around in 2025.
It's close.
Shame
It's yeah. I don't know. Off Key is 14 years old right now, and so
Ooh.
she's an old kitty.
Yeah.
Mouse is 4 or 5.
Is she really that old? Chloe's like not far behind Off Key. She's like 12 or 13.
Right.
So that's the thing. It shows that it does, with no adverse side effects, but they want to do some significant human tests and human trials before that comes to market. But yeah, the same medication works for both.
There you go, Mom. You get to be young again.
Hey,
Britt's laughing at her.
Guys, like 100 is about to be the new 60. Like, let that soak in for a minute, and then think about the implications for that to the fiscal and economic systems and what that's going to mean. And
yeah, that'll blow your mind. Yeah, I agree, Qrow. That's mind was blown. And Britt says, just got a dog and a kid here, but the dog weighs 120 pounds and thinks she's an old dragon. Thinks it's a lap dog. That's always fun. Yeah, we have one of those now. No, that is mind-blowing. And, I always figured they would do that at some point in time to where, a fountain of youth and a pill, a drug, or something, they're going to find some way to reverse engineer the DNA decay that's occurring in our bodies. Because we're making new cells constantly. So why can't they accelerate that? Why can't they do something to modify that? And I'm not surprised. So you start thinking about that. Now you got the longevity. Now you got microchips in the brain on top of it all. So we're interfacing with computers. Dude, we are in a cutting edge of just humanity. We are changing so quick. It's kind of scary. I don't even want to know what the world's going to be like 100 years from now.
Who's going to be the first cyborg?
We are very close to singularity. Technological singularity, where our technology increases faster than our ability to understand it.
Right.
It's getting there. When you start looking into the fact that they have successfully 3D printed a functioning organic brain, that they've grown brain organoids in the lab, that they have successfully integrated them with circuitry CPUs now, and it shattered DeepMind's learning curve by 60% faster. And DeepMind is our current best supercomputer, right?
Right.
Like, we are so freaking close, guys. You have no idea. The world is going to be shifting very, very rapidly in the next 10 years.
They're going to thaw out Walt Disney. Here we go. It's crazy. So there you go, Mom. Just hang on a couple more years, and next thing you know, you'll be 30 years old again. So
Yes,
you're right there.
Social Security would go broke.
Yeah, it would.
Going broke
Absolutely.
anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty
Social
much, yeah.
Security is not even going to be there for by the time I get to that age. It's gone in the next 14 years.
Just as I hit that age, like, all right, my first check. Guess what? We're closing it down. It's like, shit, my only check. Okay, well, that was quick.
You know that when that was first, when Social Security was first a thing, it was opt-in.
Really?
It was optional. It was not mandatory. Did you know that previously, when the government used to need certain things constructed, like highways, they would sell government bonds, right? Specifically for those public work projects, not, oh, we have to collect taxes to build them.
Yeah, the world has changed. So, but the great thing is, as we know, digital currency, hey, that is the future. So that's what we're trying to collect here. So, guys, if you... Good.
One last thing. Just 55 years ago, you could buy a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a garage for $7,950.
I wish.
That's depressing. Tax is a scam on its own. It is. I agree. Government's going to have to back up bonds because of crypto. They're going to have to do something. That's for damn sure. And so, guys, if you don't know anything about crypto, if you want to learn, or even if you just have an inkling, make sure to tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Rags to Riches. We cover the very basic foundations on how to get started. And you don't have to be a financial whiz. You don't have to be young and tech savvy. Ask Mom. Yeah, Sandy Wallace. Grandma is a crypto investor in multiple projects and doing rather well at it. Good job, Mom. But if you want to find out, definitely tune in. Start learning the journey. Because as I said, we turned the price of lunch into over $1,000 by just using strategic investing. So make sure to tune in every Thursday at 7. And also on Friday, we're going to keep Freaky Friday going. Community has spoken. You guys love this place. We'll keep it rocking. And this isn't about crypto. This is about people. This is where you get to know and meet all these amazing people. Because you've got some brilliant men and women up here. And also in the audience. This is where we get to see you. And we get to form a community where we can help each other. So if you don't know anything about crypto and you want to learn, man, jump in the Discord. Get to know some of these people. Start asking questions. And there is no such thing as a stupid question unless you don't ask it. So definitely jump in there. But that about wraps up our Friday night. And I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us. Because it has been an absolute blast. And Britt, Amami, AlphaCrus, everybody in the chat, YaBonks came through. I'm trying to scroll through and find everybody. Thank you all so very much. And everybody watching the live or the rerun. And thank you for watching. Because we do this to try to get to know you guys better and so you can get to know us better. And we're going to keep this adventure going.
Yay! Woohoo! I like this adventure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Anybody would like to speak before I shut her down? What do you guys got to say tonight?
Thanks for having us. And, enjoy the markets doing positive things. And have a good rest of your weekend.
You too.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks
Absolutely.
for having us.
Anybody is always welcome. And guys, if you want to jump up here with us, DM me, or even better, join the VIP family channel. I put a backstage pass there every single week. And the biggest thing here is to build a community. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And I'm looking forward to see all of you and your friends, coworkers, and family members in Rags to Riches, where we can start teaching them as well. So I'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. As always, the only thing I ever ask is, hey, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell your friends about us. We're going to be here for a long haul. So catch you guys later. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Later.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Boy.
Bye.